What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the Street Reporter, and a lot of people been asking me about Quando Rondo. You know, I'm not gonna lie, he kind of felt a little bit under the radar with so much things happening. You know, the deaths happening so rampant in Chicago that, you know, something can happen today that's just boom, and you'll end up forgetting by tomorrow because 20 more things didn't happen. You know, but a lot of people been asking me about Quando Rondo since last night. Woke up to a lot of Twitter mentions and and shit like that. I guess they wanted to know what's up with him. He kind of went in like he was on social media. He was on the internet. He kind of went into like Clubhouse in a chat, which was like a OTF chat, which is like a little Durk, you know, love chat basically. You know, them his fans, them his group of people that kind of conversate, play games and shit like that, do that chat. Quando Rondo kind of went on that chat, you know, on some swagged out cool shit. What's up? Like, he wanted to play the game, man, you know, and a lot of the people who was in that chat got to going hard on him, cussing and snapping and shit. Like, man, he ain't even do shit and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But you could tell Quando Rondo was trolling, you know. He kind of been off the internet for a little while. I'm kind of confused what would make him want to jump back into this, especially on the bad angle. I keep saying the popularity for the Blick is kind of crazy. You can clearly tell things that kind of slowed down for him, especially when the Corona came, COVID came. It was hard to tour. Then when they was able to tour, you know, he had that murder lingering over his head, even though he didn't commit the crime, but he was involved in it. So people didn't really want to book him like that. It was only really like the streaming money and shit he could really make. It was hard for the merchandise, and nobody was finna buy a Quando Rondo hoodie. You know what I'm saying? So he had to find other ways to grind by making the disc records, making sure his streams do very well. I'm not gonna lie, when NBA Youngboy came home, I thought a lot of this shit was gonna kind of die down, was gonna end. You know, NBA Youngboy being watched by the feds, Lil Tim being watched by the police and shit like that. I would have thought Quando Rondo would realize that he's being watched too, but for some reason he's still moving different. You know, he went into this chat trolling. I kind of thought that was a little weird, especially with this murder case coming real close for his homeboy Lil Tim. I'm not really sure what's up with Quando Rondo. I guess, you know, this internet shit is bigger than we all think it is. He probably want a few headlines or something like that. I'm not really sure, you know. The fans been there for him for a long time. I'm not gonna lie. The fans get to attacking you and you kind of want to get back. You get in that swag. You get in that mode. You got to understand these young rich dudes. So they walk around like this feeling good and they don't really care about nothing. So, I'm pretty sure he knew that people was going to upload that on YouTube. That was going to kind of go viral. You know, I'm not going to lie. I think Quando Rondo is kind of focusing on getting even with the people who did him wrong instead of getting even with the people who did him right. You know, it's a lot of things he did wrong. Like, first off, he led his team in a bad direction. He put his homeboy, which is a close friend, he claimed like a brother to him, he put him in a position where he's going to be fighting for his life in a murder case. You know, to still be walking around with that type of mentality, that type of aura about you, it's kind of crazy. We seen one person, you know, defend you. Now he fighting for his life. Don't put your homeboys in another position for that. NBA Youngboy facing things going on and you're still keeping it hot on the internet. That's why I say, you know, when you're young and you get this money, you don't really have the big homies around. You know, I don't really see a lot of big homies around those guys. The type of people who will say, hey, we ain't gonna really move like this and don't really care the kind of money you got. He's still gonna check you because he been checking you when you ain't had no money. So I think when these guys get big, they crews, they entourage be full of a lot of new people, you know. It be a lot of people hard to tell you don't do that. You know, so I think he needs to get his business right. It's a lot of people counting on Quando Rondo. You know, family members, homeboys, he done put in position to work jobs. He got to keep them on the payroll. You know, he got to make sure Tim, you know, whether you guys like it or not, you know, I'm speaking from his angle. He got to make sure Tim somehow find a way up out of this, you know. So to still be on some game banging, playing games, joking around with the death, basically in a subliminal form, ain't really the angle if you ask me. But people just asked me about that and I wanted to tell you guys that. I just think, you know, sometimes the internet has a way of making you do things and then normally you'll play games and say wild ass shit around your homies, only they know. But when they pull those phones out, next thing you know, you playing around with your homie. It's just y'all two in the room playing and shit. And next thing you know, millions of people done seen that, you know. That's how crazy it is. But keep the donations to yourself. It's hard out here. The weather changing, man. Y'all see that weather out there? Y'all gotta go get them hoodies and them scub caps. You don't got no time to be trying to cash out me nothing. I'm a grown man. I figure it out. You want to support me? That's how you do it. You take your finger out like this. You see that finger right there? You take that finger, you hit that like button. Bing. Got what happened when you hit that like button? It make my videos grow and a lot of people be able to see them. I appreciate the love. It's the homie Truth Teller, the Street Reporter. Bleh, 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 bleh.